There is no doubt that the game of the weekend in all of college lacrosse is right here in College Park as the Red Hot Irish roll into CQ Stadium trying to keep their perfect record intact. But the defending champion Terrapins have other plans. They are hungry for a third straight win. It's number 2 Notre Dame and number 4 Maryland live on Big Ten Plus. And we welcome you inside the booth. I'm Tyler Lockdean. Alongside me is Matt Dunn. And Matt, a big story for Maryland all year has been the goalkeeper position since Logan McNaney went down. The freshman Brian Ruppel has been great so far. 5 of the last 6 games between these two teams have been decided by 2 goals or less. And we are underway here in College Park. It's going to be Notre Dame who wins the opening faceoff. Will Lynch. Spanos is going to pass that behind the goal. Comes to the front. That shot is in. Owen Murphy gets us started, 1-0 Maryland. This is Riley Gray taking it across. He's going to pass that off. A shot at a goal. Brian Tevlin ties the game. This is Bryce Walker spinning. He's working on red. He'll give that off. This is Kavanaugh coming around, denied by Ruppel. No, it went in. Off the top post, it looks like.
Seems to be some confusion here.
Maryland keeps playing.
Was that a crossbar?
Refs are going to talk this over. They're going to say goal. Chris Kavanaugh is going to put the Irish in front.
Yeah, and you'll see what the Kavanaughs do. Oh, that was a bouncer that went. Yeah, you'll see what the Kavanaughs do so well is I don't expect Pat or Chris to take Brett or Ajax to the back end line and dodge them. They're so crafty off the ball, playing that X-heading out game with Ajax and making him play off the ball makes it very difficult for him to get a good approach to Chris there.
This is Dobson. He's going to give that off. McCann rips one and scores. Quinn McCann makes it 3-1. A pass across. Murphy's going to let it fly off of the stick, still loose. Picked up by Chorus. Now Long is going to throw that across. Here's Murphy. He'll let it rip again, and this time he scores. 3-2. Maryland is right back within 1. Here's Long. Long, a skip pass across. This is Brennan. Tipped in. Maryland ties it at 3. Here's Maltz. Pass back to Murphy. Looking for a hat trick. He's got it. 4-3 Terps.
Top and Dante Trader's proven to be a very good defensive midfielder for Maryland.
Here's Bryce Walker cutting in and tying the game at 4. He's going to give it off to Riley Gray. Gray's going to find Pat Kavanaugh. Haven't said his name much today, but he finds a cutting Tevlin, and the Irish take the lead. Brennan back. Scored earlier in this game. He did not play at Princeton. Big addition to this Maryland team to get him back. And this is Brennan cutting and scoring. Maryland ties it at 5. Here's Kavanaugh coming around, trying to find his brother, picked up by Trader. And he can fly.
And that's a great stop right there.
Dante Trader taking it across midfield, gets space, shoots. Did that one hit the back of the net? It did! Dante Trader gives Maryland the lead. It's another odd goal where Notre Dame kept playing, but it's 6-5 Terps.
Yeah, and that's one I'll need to see the replay on. That's an odd ricochet, but that's a big goal from Dante Trader in transition. This is a guy that's come in this season and given a lot of life to this team.
Let's take a look. Notre Dame is protesting. You can see here Trader picks up the loose ball. He's going to take it across midfield. Let's see if this found the back of the net. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's a tough camera angle.
Trader didn't immediately celebrate. That's what's telling to me.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
When Kavanaugh scored earlier, he immediately started celebrating. Let's see. That's off the post. That did not go in.
Yeah, that does look like it's off the post.
So this should not be a goal. They're going to wave it off. Spanos coming around. Tough angle. Did that go in? It did. Tough spot there for Entenmann. He thought he had it, but it winds up in the back of the net. This time it's going to count for Maryland. So that's the 3rd win in a row for Lynch. Cutting inside and scoring to tie the game is Dobson. Just like that, it's 6-6. Last game at CQ, Joey Spallina went behind the back. As that shot finds the net, Jack Simmons puts Notre Dame back on top. This is Chris Kavanaugh. giving it back to Simmons. Simmons coming around, tough angle, he scores! 8-6, Simmons with 2 goals on 2 possessions. He's going to find Maltz. This is Spanos. Spanos cutting in and scoring, 8-7, number 7 gets Maryland right back in it. Down by just 1, it's been a streaky game so far. Seems like when teams score 1, they're going to get another before the response comes. Coming around is Whittier to tie it, 8-8. Brennan on the near side, he's been great today. That's long to Kelly, who scores 9-8. Maryland has the lead, 3 in a row for the home team. Simmons cuts to his left and passes it off. Here's Chris Cavanaugh.
It's a good jump by Trader there off the pick, but now Notre Dame's got a matchup I think they like with Cavanaugh and a shorty.
They love it. Cavanaugh ties the game 9-9. Dante Trader switched on to him, and Chris Cavanaugh made him pay.
They got Pat Cavanaugh on a short stick at X, though. Maryland's going to be ready to go here.
Cavanaugh coming around, a pass across, could not find Chris, but that shot finds the goal. Quinn McCann gives Notre Dame the lead. And that pass, it did not hit Chris Cavanaugh, but it worked out at the end, I would say, for Notre Dame.
Expect a big little off the end line here from Maryland, bringing a shorty back to the ball to set a pick. We got Daniel Kelly there.
Kelly goes down, Spanos scores, 10-10.
And Spanos coming up big for Maryland today. Daniel Kelly sets a nice pick off the end line. And once again, Ty, I do think this is a product of Notre Dame being tired in that clock reset. These are long possessions that teams don't usually have to play as much anymore. You see Daniel set that pick. Off a pick, you're typically taught to switch on contact, and you see Notre Dame short stick D-midi not ready to switch. My guess, that's a byproduct, long possession, just a little tired off the ball, hoping his teammate gets through. And Spanos stepping up big, getting that right hand from X and canning that shot.
Nice little celly there for Spanos. What a day he's having. Had just 1 goal coming in today. He has a hat trick. This is Maltz. He's got a short stick matchup. Maltz turning, tough shot, scores! Maryland has the lead. Cavanaugh coming around and shooting, it goes wide. Out of bounds, a dive from Red, Maryland ball, and they're fired up.
And that's one of those plays right there. Could have been a goal, ended up not being one, and Maryland got the run out. It's a big momentum shift right there. That's a big, kind of chaotic play with Ajax and Rupo playing the hung game. It's a big stop for them.
Look at that dive from Red. All-out effort from this Maryland defense to get the ball back. Can he get an angle? No, but he finds his brother. This is Pat.
Got hung up again. We saw this a little crazy last time.
Here we go, into the open net. Somehow Rupel kept it out.
Rupel and Burles there did a nice job securing that ball.
Here is Maltz. He'll rip one and score. Daniel Maltz makes it 12-10.
Danny Maltz, wow, we talked about him earlier stepping up to give the 1 goal go-ahead. And now here he is splitting to his left hand. Spanos had a couple big ones from around, but now Danny Maltz is kind of stepping up to be the guy, attacking a matchup, and that's not an easy shot.
Let's see that save first by Rupel that set this up. That was an open goal. What a great play, as you said, by Burles, and Rupel got around to pick up the loose change, and then Maltz with a rip.
Yeah, all across the board, right? Danny Maltz right here to his left hand down the side, being able to pull that across on a goalie like Entenmann at this moment in the game, that's huge.
So now Notre Dame has it. And this clock, it's not really on their side. Coming in is Gray. He'll shoot and score. And just like that, it's a 1-goal game. That's Riley Gray, another Chaminade flyer, one of 9 on this team, who finds the back of the net. Notre Dame, this is the first close game they've been in all year. How do they respond? Let's see. Chris Cavanaugh.
Let's see a little switch here. Ajax back on his matchup with Chris Cavanaugh.
30 on the shot clock. Cavanaugh across. What a goal, it's in! To tie the game, Chris Cavanaugh as a flag flies. Unbelievable.
And wow, what an individual effort by Chris Cavanaugh there to take Ajax Zapatello to the cage. And he really just does a nice job. It doesn't seem like he has much space here at all. And Ajax is playing pretty good defense. That's, good defense. Gets his stick on him for the trail, but Chris is able to stay strong enough, keeps the stick in his right hand. A lot of guys will switch to their left hand there, and I think if he switches to his left, Ajax gets that trail check, but he keeps in his right and gets this diving backhand finish.
It's goal number 15 on the year for Chris Cavanaugh. There may not be any bigger, there may not be any better of the lot so far. Crowd is going to rise to their feet. Here we go. Brennan has it at about the 40 there, working on Tevlin. Now he's going to cut in. Brennan lost the ball. Picked up by Kelly. It's loose again. We are going to go to overtime.
Trader on ball. Expect a slide here.
Dobson a pass. A shot denied. Rupel with a massive save, and Makar picks up the ground ball, but it's still loose.
What a save by Rupel there, and what a ground ball by Brett Makar. Now McDonald's got to get it out.
I think the freshman just had himself a big-time moment. And McDonald is going to get that clear. Timeout, Maryland. They're going to have a chance here to win it.
That is a big-time save, and on that rebound. And you don't, like, this Notre Dame attack.
Take a look at this save. That's Richie Ardelli with the shot. Rupel got just enough of it. That's a point-blank look. That could easily have been a goal, but Rupel, the freshman, with an insane save in his first home game.
Subtle play there by Rupel also on Brett Makar's flip there to get a little piece of the riding attackman to allow the ball to flow through to Burles. That's a nice play from a freshman right there, staying involved beyond just the big stop in the cage.
He just made one of the biggest saves of his life and then immediately turns around and is focused enough to make a great play defensively.
Maryland's got pulls on the guys they want, some matchups here. Makar making it tough for Cavanaugh to get the ball. Notre Dame seems to want to run this initiating big little that they've been doing with Dobson and Cavanaugh.
Cavanaugh shot and another save by Rupel. We play on. This is Whittier turning. 20 on the shot clock. This is Murphy coming in. Did that one hit the post? It's going to stay with Maryland. We've got 15 seconds to go here in the second overtime. If this continues, I'm going to be whispering. We've got now
Dobson
8
with the
minutes.
ball, pass in the middle. What a hit by Trader.
It's still loose. 1 second. Maryland could not take advantage. That's a football move there by Dante Trader Jr. as we head to the third OT.
Wow, that was a big play by Trader there. And here's Ajax on Cavanaugh, another big stop by Rupel. Right there, Makar handling the ball, Notre Dame gets on the deck.
That was that effort there by Murphy, and then this is Spanos.
And you can see Notre Dame swarming defense. Spanos not able to get his hands free there. Earlier when he was scoring goals, he was getting his hands free on those shots, and there Notre Dame's able to disrupt the hands.
Dante Trader, if there's anybody that I would have expected to just lay a guy out, it would be him. Here we go again. Riley Gray is going to start with it. Gray coming to the front, working on Burles. It finds Pat Cavanaugh. Makar is on him.
Good job by Breck getting over the pick there, staying in Pat's hands. Expect a left-handed shot.
Cavanaugh comes in, scores! Ball game! Pat Cavanaugh wins it for Notre Dame! 13-12, and the Irish celebrate a massive, massive victory.
And that's a nice take by Pat Cavanaugh there, and it's, you know, it's what you expect from your senior players, and it's probably the guy, if you ask who on Notre Dame is going to score the game-winning goal, you're probably circling Pat Cavanaugh there. Now, you know, Pat's a predominantly right-handed player, and he just swept to his left hand and finished that ball on Makar. It's a pretty good play by Pat Cavanaugh.
He's working on one of the best defenders in the country right there, Brett Makar. Somehow finds a way by him and puts that one in the back of the net.
Kudos to Pat Cavanaugh finishing that shot with his left hand. You know, I think Makar, rightfully so, is probably expecting a rollback here from Pat Cavanaugh. You know, probably on the scouting report, he likes to go to his left, rollback for that right-handed shot. And Cavanaugh shows that he's able to finish that with his left hand from that spot, and that's a tough save for Rupel. And so, you know, eventually with all these shots on cage in overtime, Notre Dame's able to get a quality one-off that's able to find the back of the net.
Well, Pat's brother, Matt, He's one of the most clutch players of all time. They called him Matty Ice. He's got to be Patty Ice now after that one. 13-12, Notre Dame comes to College Park and beats the defending champions. An unbelievable game of lacrosse. Took 3 overtimes to settle this one.